try to finish my April monthly little things journal page right now. So I brought my sketchbook. This is why I try to start the journals early. I got this far. I have to fill out one more picture. And based on how many times I come to Central Park, I feel like I should just draw this last little thing that made me happy, Central Park, because it's pretty accurate. Look at how cute. Oh my god, that's so cute. I just took some pictures with my Canon camera. I think they turned out so cute, and I got a second wind of energy because it's like 4 p.m. It's a late afternoon, and usually I just want to like stay in and not do anything. But there was a little break with the rain, so I just wanted to come and take some pictures because sometimes I feel like overcast lighting is actually pretty good. That bird is my spirit animal, just chilling by itself. It just started to rain, so I'm gonna head out, but I feel like I got the exact amount of work done that I wanted to. I filmed a little short form. I finished my monthly April Little Things journal page. I got some more footage, and I just got outside and got some fresh air because if I didn't come outside, I would have felt like just such a homebody today. Very productive day in my own way. I have my coffee going and I'm just excited because it is almost the weekend. It's been an eventful past few weeks. I was able to fully set up my new MacBook Pro, and this thing has made such a big difference with editing videos because I am new to posting long form videos. The footage is just so heavy. So I was able to do a little bit of a rough cut, and now I just have to get ready, go to work, and then I will film other stuff this weekend. This is honestly so much fun, like documenting. I've seen other videos floating around on my homepage on YouTube, probably because I've been like, I don't know, consuming it or maybe talking about it, but I've seen other videos of like why you should document your life even if no one's watching. And it sounds kind of cheesy, but I love doing it. I do think that it's cool. It's like, I call it a visual journal, which is up my alley. And I also just love the creative process. I love learning about new hardware and software. I feel like I could literally ramble about this all day, every single day. So anyways, that is what I'm up to before the office. Hopefully gonna be a nice and sunny weekend. We're back at the apartment from the office. I picked up my tennis racket. It's so nice. It's the Wilson Ultra 100 V4. I'm so excited about this racket. This is my summer of tennis. I also checked my mailbox and I got a new issue of the New Yorker, so this is gonna be my new Subway read. Although I will say I have not finished my other issue, which I need to do as well. If you don't already subscribe to the New Yorker, I would highly recommend, because reading stuff on physical paper is much better for you and your retention. The writing level of these authors is actually so unparalleled. The way that they communicate their ideas is so inspiring, and it makes me want to write more. One thing that I am actually working on tonight, which is a little bit out of the ordinary, I am helping my mom design a logo for her guitar teacher, which is actually so cute. This is the current logo. There are two ideas. I'll put them here. I think both of them look fine, but I think I can just make the layout a little bit tighter and edit. I also think that the spacing is a little off and the alignment. So it's things like that I can help with really quickly. So I'm gonna open up Adobe Illustrator, which I actually have not opened up in a while. New file, and I'm just gonna go with a standard size for art and illustration. They only had it in this tilted angle, so I need to just redo it basically. I don't know the exact font that they used, but I'm gonna go with this one, Sophia Pro. I think I just got it from Adobe, and I feel like that's a pretty close match. Sound Road. I'm gonna make the spacing, toggle that up a little bit until it looks okay. This actually looks pretty close to the original logo here. This is the step that by far has the most trial and error. I wish that there was a more mathematical way to do it, which again, I'm sure there is, but to be honest, I don't have time to do that. However, I think that this method still works, and I think that it does make it look really nice. And if you have ever wondered how logos get those smooth curves and everything, it's probably an Illustrator. See how right here it says smooth? I think that's gonna come in handy when I start to move these around. You always just wanna duplicate elements just in case anything goes awry. I'm gonna change this anchor point from a pointy to convert it to smooth, and then that gives you this nice pen tool. See, it's starting to take shape a little bit, but I gotta keep going. So it turns out there was a much faster way to do that whole thing without extending the path, and it was just using the scissor tool. I won't bore you guys with the details on that, but here is the logo that I made. All I did really was move the M to the side, but the reason why I had to recreate it is because, again, like the original one was slanted, and I just figured it would be easier to make it from scratch. I'm actually proud of myself that I did that so quickly. Now I'm gonna do the second one. For the second logo concept, I just feel like this road was like way too long. It's just taking up too much space, so I actually think I found a really cute alternative where it's just combining the S with the treble clef. I'm gonna put a little like dashes in to simulate a road and see if that works. Okay, I think that looks really cute. This one is very simple. I think it's cute. I basically just did 3 strokes. So I just used the pen tool, and then I did the dashed line stroke for the middle one, and then I just made the width profile, this one where it's pointy at the end and then thick in the middle. If you do Shift W, you can like adjust it wherever as well for the width. But to keep it nice and uniform, I just use the profile. But to make custom adjustments, then I'll use the Shift W. You guys, it is 9:40 p.m. basically. Even though a logo seems simple, I swear it really never is. I will say though, I'm not super fast at Adobe Illustrator. Like I feel like once I warm up, I can work my way around it faster, but it did definitely take me a lot of time, especially messing with that S into the R. I looked up a tutorial on YouTube and I finally figured out how to do it properly, I think, like the right way. Anyways, these are the final logos that I'm just gonna send over. So this one, very simple, cute. This one, I really like the little treble clef into the S, and then I changed the path so that it's like nice and smooth and dashed, and then same concept, just slightly different layout and font. It's also just good for me to practice logo design again. I just think it's really fun to do, and it's so cool that you can make something that someone is actually gonna use. I've spent way too long on this. I need to go to bed, but this was very fun, and I am grateful for the opportunity. Good morning, have my coffee, and the same smoothie from my last video, if you saw it. I've been obsessed with blending tart cherry juice, coconut milk, cherries, frozen, and then a bunch of frozen berries. It's so good. So update on the logo. I sent it and they're not gonna go with any of the options. Logo design is really, really hard. Like I personally, if I were starting a business, I would probably reach out to an agency versus a freelancer, an agency that has done a ton of logo design, just because I know how much work it is. And it's really, really difficult, especially when you're designing something for someone's small business, their own business, like that's their baby. They're gonna be very particular about the logo. This morning, I have a ton of editing to finish up. So I open up Adobe Premiere Pro and then I do a rough cut, which is basically when I import all of my footage. And you can see the timeline here. I like to label the scenes with these color coding. I know that everything that's teal is from one particular scene that I filmed. Kind of randomly pick the colors. I put the scene in chronological order that I want first, and then I'll split up and actually go through with a fine tooth comb, I think that's a saying, and split up all of the empty spaces and pauses and stuff. And then I'll make a bunch of cuts, because in the raw footage, you guys, like, there are so many times where I'm just staring off into space thinking about what to say next. Then after that, I'll add on any text graphics, and then I'll add on the little sound effects like this one or this one. Not the siren in the background. That's just a little insight into how I edit and what my workflow is. But I like doing this on the weekend mornings because I feel like I have the most energy. I really should go on a run today. After I went on the track earlier this week, my legs were messed up for a couple days because I hadn't done that in so long. And then one last thing I need to do. So I have this little Canon G7X Mark II. It's a pretty old version. The only thing that I have to do today that's on my to-do list that I have put off is reformat the memory card. Long story short, I have to completely wipe out the memory card. It's gonna delete every single thing that is on here, including pictures from 2021 when I was in grad school in Pittsburgh when my parents visited. I actually want to keep those and print them out. Before I delete and wipe everything out, I need to put it on a different external hard drive. And I feel like you guys are gonna hear me talk about storage management a lot because it's very stressful. I'm just getting ready and putting the finishing touches on. I'm going out to dinner tonight, which, as you guys might know or might not know, does not happen very often, I feel like. So it's nice to just get out. Today I was not as productive as I feel like I normally try to force myself to be. I don't know why in particular today it was just hard for me to get outside and feel motivated to do anything, which normally does not happen. I think it's because so earlier this week, I did end up going to the track and running on it, but I actually think that I don't want to say that I injured myself, but after that track workout, I didn't feel really great in my legs, and getting injured is something that I feel like I'm just prone to despite all of the physical therapy and resistance band exercises that I do. I mean, I think I'm consistent. Maybe I should just start tracking it on a weekly basis. So this morning when I was at the gym, I spent like over an hour doing strength exercises, and it can just be a little bit draining. So I just have to be careful and not force myself to push beyond the limits and get injured again. I think practicing self-discipline with working out is actually a little bit harder than one might seem, to like take it easy and take your recovery days. It's 80 degrees outside. It is so sunny. I don't know what I'm wearing yet. Probably another game time decision. I'm sweating a little bit. But I think this is the final makeup look. I don't normally do eyeliner ever on the bottom line. What I do is I put a little bit of eyeliner on the waterline and then it kind of gets on the bottom. But it's a Saturday, so we're just gonna go with it. And it's a summer, so summer Fridays, very fitting. I still have a little bit of time before dinner, so I just need to finally transfer the memory card from this camera into my computer, and then I also have a book on Kindle that I'm gonna read for a little bit until I need to just get ready. It's so funny what you find on old memory cards. This is from when I was still in grad school, these pictures from Pittsburgh. I went to the Frank Lloyd Wright Falling Water House, and it was really cool. Me and my dad love architecture, so it was nice touring that when my parents came. Once again, I'm at a complete loss of what to wear for the evening. I have some dresses that have long sleeves, but it's 80 degrees, and so that actually might be too hot. In my last video, I showed an outfit that I wore to dinner, and I had this black vest from Madewell. I thought it was so cute, but I ended up returning it because it was too big. So I don't even have that like new top. Conundrum. This is also another little off-the-shoulder Reformation top that I have absolutely worn to pieces too. I'll put this as an option. Oh my god. This is a top that I feel like I should retire. I got it on Revolve in 2022. I just thought it was so cool when I bought it. Now I just have absolutely nowhere to wear it. It really is just like a piece of fabric. This is the only other fail-safe that I have. This little top and skirt matching set. I do think it's cute, but once again, I've worn this so many times. Okay, I successfully changed my outfit. I went for something totally different. I actually think that jeans were the move for tonight instead of that like white dress. That's definitely more daytime versus like going out to dinner.
Where it has like good restaurants.
Yeah. You over-addicted. Got you few with this place. Over-addicted. Learn your lessons.
Wow, it is so nice outside. I'm like not used to this. Also, this hat is so cute. My boyfriend got it for me in Scotland, and usually I never wear hats, but this one is actually my favorite color, and I think it actually fits. I just got a sweet green. My phone is like balanced on a sweet green salad case. Just a little stroll